Hello everyone, I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights for in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on the Fully Living channel. So before we start, I just want to stress here that I am not diagnosing, I am merely speculating about what the tickling issue was in the house. I do not know if it was abusive or non-abusive. I am not an expert on these things, and I just want to make that clear. Okay, so today's video is going to be dedicated to the issue of tickling. Now, that may sound a bit strange, but what is tickling? Tickling is an action that leads to an automated response. And this response is programmed by the brain. So we don't have a lot of choice in the way we respond to tickling. Usually the response is laughter. Now, many children complain that it's a painful experience. We've heard that before, even when they are laughing. Now, the tickler many times doesn't understand that this is a painful experience, but I think that in many ways, this tickling by Hadar has something to do with control.
You look like a Klingon.
So as you can see in this segment, Raphael is moving from extreme discomfort, crying, being upset, to forced laughter, and he's forced to laugh by the tickling that his father applies. Now, if you look carefully at the snapshot that is on the screen right now, you will see that Raphael is trying to remove his father's hand from his forehead because it's so uncomfortable and unpleasant to him. Now, in the video, this movement is cut by Andrea. She cuts out that part where the baby probably tried to remove the hand and couldn't.
Gonna have some good time before bed? It's a break.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear that Raphael cannot catch his breath. This tickling is interrupting his normal breathing, and just listen again, and you'll spot it.
I think he's gonna suffocate. I don't know.
So at this point, even Hadar says, look, he's going to suffocate, because he sees that the child cannot catch his breath, but he still somehow interprets this as fun. But is it really always fun? Is excessive tickling, obsessive tickling, reoccurring tickling always fun for kids? Tickle torture. So Wikipedia says that tickle torture is the use of tickling to abuse, dominate, harass, humiliate, or interrogate an individual. So basically, it can be actually used to interrogate people. In tickle torture, the one being tickled may laugh whether or not they find the experience pleasant. In tickling situations, laughter can indicate a panic reflex rather than a pleasure response. Tickle torture may be a consensual activity, which is not, of course, when we're talking about babies and toddlers, or one that is forced, depending on the circumstances. Now, I am not saying here at all that this was an abusive act. I'm saying here that we need to look at it and check what it exactly was, because it repeats itself so many times, and in what I see as inappropriate circumstances, like to make the baby stop crying, you tickle him into laughter, but that's not its its real emotion.
Rafael.
Daddy, what are you doing? Oh, them's got some teethies coming in. And it hurts. Daddy's a good distraction.
No, actually, Daddy is not a good distraction. What Daddy is doing is, again, causing the baby, a very, very young baby, I might add, to laugh and scream in a way that is making his brain react not by what the baby is feeling. He's actually crying. He's actually not.
He's already getting his energy taken out.
We see here very clearly that Raphael is not enjoying, but actually the tickling is causing him more distress.
There he goes. Upside down, backwards doggy.
Okay, say what you will, that is not laughter. That is not voices of enjoyment. And tickling in that area of the, the bottom and the thigh, that's a very, very ticklish area. So I can't imagine how that feels to a baby who's upside down anyway. Yeah, so this is a video that was made just to cause you to think about the reoccurring tickling and, form your own opinion about it.